YouTube, this is Bernadette Miss B, and I am back with you on this rainy day. So, I promised that today we would talk about masculine energy women and feminine energy men and that whole couple dynamic, what it looks like, the functionality of the relationship. We're going to talk about that in this video. So let me first just start off by going to the masculine energy woman. When the woman is the alpha masculine energy in the relationship, a masculine energy woman, she's the type of woman that will snatch the mic from her beta feminine man. If they were to be on stage together, she's the one that is snatching the mic and finishing the conversation. So I've seen this dynamic many times in some instances, like a high profile couple that are speaking to thousands, tens of thousands of people, and the wife will come along and snatch the mic from her husband and start just going in, talking loud. And I've seen that. She's the masculine. A masculine energy woman, she completes her boyfriend or husband's sentences. She finishes his thought and she talks over him and shouts everybody else down to get her point across. She's the alpha masculine. Masculine energy women, they will curse their boyfriend or husband out. They will threaten, they will hit, they will spit, they will kick, they will threaten him in such a way as to say, I will beat your and I'll blow your She's that woman. That's her. Masculine energy women, this is something very common that I see, and I used to do this myself in my younger years. She will call and text her boyfriend or husband like all day, calling and texting. What are you doing? Where are you? Where can you be? What do you have on? What are you doing? What are you doing? Where are you? That's masculine. You're giving chase to the man. And now I see that that is actually an unattractive masculine energy quality. Let's just say that's not appreciated in many relationship circles. That's not appreciated. Masculine energy women, this is something that they will do. They will look up company information for their beta feminine energy boyfriend. They will look up jobs for him, look up the company information. They will fill out the application. If they could, they would go to the interview for their boyfriend or husband. That's what the masculine energy woman does for her boyfriend or husband. She just takes it all over, takes it all on. She's the super strong woman. She cannot be stopped. That's the masculine energy woman. And what does the beta feminine energy man do? What does this guy do while the masculine energy woman is taking over everything? He just shrinks. He shrinks. He retreats. A lot of them even become satisfied and become complacent, become content, becoming this fraction of a man. This is a guy that is so laid back that I guess he just gets to the point he almost gives up on trying to assert himself. That's the beta feminine energy man. Well, guy, we're going to call him a guy. A lot of them, they will beat women, curse women out. And yes, there are masculine men that do this as well. But I've seen the demonstration of a feminine energy guy that will beat a woman down as if she's a guy. That's what a lot of beta feminine energy guys do. When they blow completely, and they will start to push, punch, beat this woman down, beat her head into the sidewalk. That's beta feminine energy guy, and that is how he functions in a relationship as this super abusive guy. He's the 50-50 guy. He is fine taking money from women. He is fine accepting extravagant gifts because he's been conditioned to do that. And I think I'm going to talk about that in a couple of, maybe my next video or second next video, about what it is that has conditioned so many men to become this beta feminine energy type of guy. He is fine with his masculine energy wife or girlfriend paying up to and exceeding her bills. She can pay her bills, his bills, all the household bills, the neighbor's bills. He's just going to sit back and just let her pay everything. If she wants to, even if she doesn't want to, he's conditioned to shrink himself to the point he becomes fine with her paying for everything. He's immature. This guy is fine moving in with his girlfriend and her kids and her mom and her aunt, her cousin, her grandma. He doesn't care. There could be 20 people in the house. He will still squeeze himself into his masculine energy girlfriend's home. So with us speaking a little bit about the dynamics, I want to talk about celebrity couples, a couple of celebrity couples. And as we talk about these couples, you're going to notice this dynamic yourself. That is the whole purpose of these videos, so that you can become aware of this dynamic. That's why I'm speaking on this series, because, in your younger years, all these things seem to be working. They seem to be cute. They seem to be fashionable, so on and so forth. But one day, as a woman, I believe that you are going to become very, very frustrated, very, very tired, very, very feeling unappreciated. You're going to get tired of being this masculine energy, alpha, strong woman force. You're going to get tired of it. That is my personal opinion. And let's look at some celebrity couples and how a lot of the times this dynamic plays out. We're going to pull back the virtual curtain, and who do we see? Wendy Williams and Kelvin Hunter Williams. Yes, I just gave this man her last name, because Wendy is the powerhouse. She's the go-getter. She's the one in the relationship that is literally grinding herself down to provide and extend and protect her husband. She was protecting her husband so much so that even in the public eye, when there were pictures of him and his alleged girlfriend and rumblings of this man getting the alleged girlfriend pregnant, Wendy Williams was initially defending him and defending the behavior and coming to his defense. So this couple dynamic is what plays out when the woman is this alpha masculine and the man is this beta feminine energy. And sure enough, when that is the dynamic, the beta feminine energy man then, so that he can capture some of that masculine nature, he starts to look to another woman. And you know what? The thought that just came to my head, I would not be surprised if Kelvin Hunter Williams, since he's so grimy, allegedly, I don't want my video to be taken down, but since he operates at this level of griminess, I would not be surprised if all the money that he spent on his girlfriend did not come out of his resources. They came out of Wendy Williams' resources. This man is the type that will take Wendy Williams, his wife's money, and extend it and take care of a whole girlfriend. That's the type of guy that he comes off as. And what also comes to mind is Kelvin Hunter Williams, in my eyes. He is the type of guy that had he not met Wendy Williams, he would be the guy that's coming into beauty shops and selling his CDs to the patrons. That's just my personal opinion. That's just the type of guy that he seems to be. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people have said, as far as his business practices are not the best. So honestly, no one probably would not have even dealt with him had it not been for the fact that he is Wendy Williams' husband. The next couple that I want to talk about, and the couple that truly inspired this video, is Chrissy and Jim Jones. Chrissy and Jim Jones. Chrissy is so masculine energy, and she's a reality star. Chrissy is so extremely masculine. She actually got down on one knee to propose to her boyfriend, Jim Jones. Jim Jones, at the time of the making of this video, has not actually done the follow through on the marriage to her. So she proposed. He did something that resembles an acceptance, but they still have not actually gotten married. And Chrissy was questioned about that on a TV show, The View. And when they were talking to her and they were all, excited, or at least pretending to be excited to talk to her, and they were asking her, so what happened? We know you proposed, blah, blah, blah. And she says something along the lines of, we're in a good place. We're going to get married, so on and so forth, because of course she has to save face. Let's just place a pink asterisk there. If a man proposes and a woman does not accept that proposal, people may initially, say something negative about that guy. However, people do not continue to drag this man, for 5, 10, 15 years. Eventually, people just let it go. Oh man, there's so many women out here and blah, 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 blah. They will even, decide to encourage him. But when a woman does it and the marriage never happens, which I don't think that this one will, because honestly, I think that this also is a part of their storyline on their reality show to keep them relevant. But anyway, if a marriage never materializes, people are not going to be so kind to Chrissy. They are going to say something along the lines of, you proposed, you were trying to make the relationship work, and they're basically going to drag her. This is just my opinion. I'm expressing my opinion based on what I see playing out, TV shows, on social media, etc. So Chrissy, to get down on a knee and propose. The thing that gets me about this too is when the person gets down on one knee and proposes, the bride, by accepting the proposal, is agreeing to acquiesce to the groom's leadership and headship. That is what comes to mind when I talk about a person that proposes. In my eyes, the groom. When a man proposes to a woman, this is when he is extending himself and saying, I'm ready for this major move. I'm ready to commit, so on and so forth. When a woman does it, to me, she is trying to push the guy to that next step that he is not ready for. And yes, the dynamic can be changed where the man can be proposing and the woman is not ready, so on and so forth. But remember, people will encourage him. Oh man, there's plenty of women, shoot, she didn't have to take your ring and blah, 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 blah. In the times that we live in, that is usually how the dynamics play out. Also, let me point out that both of these women, Wendy Williams and Chrissy, several others that I can think of, Mimi Faust and that guy, Nico Smith, Sin Santana and Joe Budden, those are more masculine energy women, were involved with beta feminine energy men. And we see kind of how those relationships played out. They played out, in my opinion, with the woman being used and with the woman being publicly shamed because these men started relationships and even families in some instances with other women. And the ironic thing is, it never fails that this man will get involved in a relationship of which he is the masculine and fully take care of the other woman. So in my opinion, that is why that particular dynamic can be dangerous to the woman's image and the woman's self-esteem. So as your virtual encouragement coach, I am just pointing out these things, as I've said before, so that you can start to be aware of the dynamic, how a lot of times it plays out, how this dynamic plays on people's self-esteem, and how you can just have a conversation maybe with your partner if this is the dynamic. You may even decide, you know what, maybe I want to kind of switch things up and make some positive changes. This is my personal thought and opinion. A lot of relationships are not working out because those dynamics are off. That is what I am convinced of. I am expressing my thoughts, and I like to keep saying that because many times, people will want to come in the comments, and you're more than welcome to come into the comments and express your opinion, just as I'm expressing my opinion in this video. But then they want to try to completely change your ideal. And with my level of life experience, being in my late 40s, I know what happens. I know what I see. And I am the type of person that operates out of wisdom, more so even now than I do anything. And to operate out of wisdom is to listen to other people, to other mentors and coaches, and regard what they have said and just watch for the proof, watch for how things play out. I'm the type of person, I've never had to experience everything. I can watch you experience something and say to myself, I don't want to go through that. I don't want to go through the whole Wendy Williams type of relationship dynamics to know that that is not for me, is what I'm saying. So this video is long enough. I've said enough. Hopefully I have provoked a thought in this video that may propel you to make positive changes in your relationship, whatever that may be. I look forward to talking to you in my next video. Until then, enjoy your evening. Bye.